Hi everyone, in this video I'll be demonstrating how to add or update ACS policies using OpenShift GitOps and pipelines. I'll be using two repositories for this demo. The first, acs-demo, contains the GitOps configuration, and the second, the policies, contains the individual ACS policies in JSON format. Both repositories are linked in the description below. So first, let's look at adding a new policy. I've cloned the ACS policies repo to my workstation locally. And as you can see here, I have a policy that has not been committed yet. So I'm going to add this new sudo policy and push it up to the ACS policies repo. So once I push this policy, a webhook will trigger an event listener, which will start my pipeline. So let's go over to our OpenShift console and pipelines. We should see that the pipeline has started. So what this pipeline does basically is clone the policies repo and then combine all the individual JSON policies into a single file and then create a config map out of that policy file and then push that config map up to the GitOps repo. So once this pipeline completes, I'll switch over to the OpenShift GitOps console. Okay, the pipeline is completed successfully. Let's switch to the GitOps console and let's refresh here to see it detect the new config map. So you can see once a config map syncs, a job will also sync as well, which uses the config map as a payload to update the policies through the ACS API. Notice that the job disappears. This is because it's using a post-sync hook to delete itself upon success, allowing it to be run again the next time the application is synced. So let's navigate over to our ACS console and look to see if our new policy has been added. So I've filtered out all the policies with Linux in their title, so I'm just going to refresh. There's my new sudo policy. Let's navigate back to the OpenShift console to test to see that this policy works. So I have a pod running in the test namespace that I can use. So when I run the sudo command, the pod immediately terminates. So now let's take a look at updating an existing policy. Switch back to the terminal, and I'm just going to update the sudo policy. And I'm going to add the vi-sudo command as well. So it's going to look for both the sudo and vi-sudo commands. And let's change the description as well. So that should initiate our pipeline again. There it is. And again, once this completes, I can switch over to the Argo CD console, refresh the application, and the job should run again. So here Argo's detected changes in the config map. It's resyncing the application and rerunning the job. And once it completes, it deletes. Okay, so now if I go back to my policy management console and I refresh, I can see the description is changed to include visudo. And now if I go back to my OpenShift console, I can test out the policy. And the pod is terminating. So I hope this demonstration has been helpful, and thanks everybody for watching.